Let's go ahead and make this Lumix video. Lippity bippity. What should you get for lunch? Bojangles. Yeah, I've been craving Bojangles. I've been wanting some dirty rice, some chicken supremes, a little side of mash and gravy. You can make that meal for way cheaper at home. You know. Everybody says this. It isn't that much cheaper at home. And at home, you gotta fucking clean. You gotta wash dishes. And if anything, as an adult, my entire adult life, I've made a quest to do as little dishes as humanly possible. I think Kelly cooked us Alfredo, though. Well, it's not even rinse and plate. Like we use paper plates, but like you got a pot, you got different containers for seasoning. Sometimes you get flour everywhere. You gotta wipe the counters down. Gotta sweep the floor. Gotta get stains off the counters. No, Mr. Nathan. There you go. Man, just talking about that fucking Bojangles meal makes me want to fucking Coke. I remember I was in fucking Blockbuster one time as a teenager, and this dude was carrying a pair of channel locks around, opening the DVD cases. Because like Blockbuster back in the day used to have like these magnetic strips that go along the side of the DVD case that the cashiers had to take off, so you could take the tape home. He used to sit there taking a pair of channel locks and prying the bitches off and putting the DVDs in his pocket. Like, you don't get, like, if I go buy a pair of pants, my waist is a 58, my hem is and my leg's a 30, right? 58, 30. So like 58 in the waist, 30 on the leg. Easy, right? Like this, so all the clothes fit exactly like they're supposed to fit. The problem with walking in America is you'll just die. For the most part. Like if you're walking near the cars, people like getting a driver's license in America is like an afternoon experience. I always wonder, like, I know he sells like hot sauce, but I've always wondered, like, what does Billy Mitchell do where he can like sue all these people? Like, he's got to have some making some good money. Like, if he litigates as often as he does over his fucking Donkey Kong scores. Like, I try not to judge people too much on their hobbies unless it's anime. But like, dog, at what point are you a 50-some-year-old man and you care enough about a Donkey Kong score that you'll sue like multiple people over it? I mean, does Billy Mitchell realize that there's games out there that are harder than Donkey Kong, and you can't consider yourself the video game player of the century because you're good at Pac-Man and Donkey Kong, right? Like, has this motherfucker never seen Mario Maker? There's some Mario Maker levels that will make you fucking cry. It's like, what's the other guy that's synonymous with Billy Mitchell? Like, is it? It's not Elliot Rogers. Steve Rogers, Sutton Rogers, whatever. The dude that had the dragster fucking score. Like, the score was like physically impossible, but like for some reason, a clerical error on like Activision back in the day when they didn't give a fuck. Like, he sent in a copy of his score, and like, he took a picture and then it had like a coffee stain on it or something like that. And he had the dragster record, and like he was so known for it, and then he discovered that he cheated almost all his records. Todd Rogers, yeah. Todd Rogers, that's correct. You seen that too? He's like, I gave my dragster some gas. I'm like, dog, I'm not a big graphics guy, but in no way, shape, or form can you construe what you're doing is giving your dragster some gas. Like, it's literally like a wheel on a screen. That, just come on now. Did I miss working there? No. Like, honestly, man, there's still times I have nightmares from working there. Like, you've never had a shitty job until you've had nightmares from working that job. Like, the work itself, I didn't mind. But just the sheer level of yourself you had to give up to do it. Like, there was a period of my life where, like, I didn't have a social life. Like I said before, like... I keep saying like I said before. I'll say it again. Like, I accidentally saved up, like, $40,000 one time when I was a young man. And it wasn't because I was actively trying to save money. Right? It's just that I didn't have no time to ever spend money. Like, every time I opened my eyes, I was at fucking work. Like, I was either waking up to get in a shower to go to work. Ugh. I think the worst days was when you would have a nightmare about work, and it wouldn't be like so much a nightmare, it's like, ooh, the boogeyman. But you dream about going to work, and you're about halfway through your work day, then you fucking wake up and have to actually go to work. Because it feels like you worked an extra 4 hours that day. And it's never good sleep either. It's not so much nightmares about honest living, man. Like I said, the job itself wasn't that bad. Just the amount of time that you had to do it. Like, it was like... We were working... we were running 24/7. So we had 3 crews 24/7. So what would happen is we also did swing shifts. So we'd work 7 days a week, and we'd work 8, but every other Sunday we'd have to work a 12, so that the one crew could get a day off and move over to the next shift. So everybody had to do every kind of shift, and it was fucking hell. Like, I don't know how those dudes that were... I don't know how those dudes when I was like in my youth that were like 50 were doing it. Like, sure will of force, because like it was hell on my body at like 20. PTSD from regular job. Dude, you know how many people I've seen go into that job and quit within a day? Probably 100, 150 people. I used to have to train a person once a week. People get in there, it'd be 115 degrees, and they'll be like, we got to be here how long today? Yeah, all day, man. Sucks ass. Welcome to Met Glass. Oh, they probably pay wonderful money. I was making good money when I was making more money there than I did here. But you know what? Mental health is a thing. Like here, my main complaint is I feel like I'm always like, I always have a weight of the world against me. Whereas there, it's just like, just didn't have a life. Alright. I'll be right back, boys. I gotta get some shoes on. Fire the old truck up. I'm gonna let Pikachu babysit you guys. Yeah, I'm leaving the chat up. We'll go to the store. I'll be right back.
Hey guys, so you have a choice between Pikachu and me. What's up? So I guess homeboy just decided he needed a break, huh? So y'all want a health update? I went to the doctor about a month ago. And all of my numbers are completely out of whack. So that's great.
You put Pikachu in the floor and took his hat?
Sure did. But I made $30.
Oh, shit. Disrespecting Pikachu like that.
He can have his hat back. Isn't this technically my hat?
That is your hat.
That is my church hat.
So, we got and rounded up the goods. Nice Coca-Cola Classic. And we got the white Weeseys right out the freezer. Yeah, exactly. 672. It's like, dude, it's dudes like that wanna get the conversation steered that way, and it's not like, oh, I want to help you meet it. Nah, it's like I just want you to talk about money and then say that you always talk about money. They're just looking like, I wish when I was into YouTube that I had people working for my channel as hard as these motherfuckers work for their Lord and Saviors. I'm a low count. I get milk constantly. It says the person that's probably getting milked by a fucking landlord right now. Yeah, but the whole thing, like that whole sentence, like, oh, you're getting milk because you're a low cow. It's constructed to make me feel like I'm used as an item by somebody that's superior to me. When in reality, it's some dude that has a much worse life than me, using, the fact that I react to shit as a way to make himself feel better. There's a saying, you can't make your light shine brighter by making someone else's dimmer. You should take that to heart. What's up, Chinese baby? I own my property.
Good news. The $900 hospital bill went down to $118.
You mean the $3,700 one?
No, just the emergency room visit. That one finally processed.
That was $3,700.
I'm telling you, that was for the other test. The actual visit itself was $836.
Okay. What did the other tests go down to?
They haven't done it yet. Calm down, bruh.
Okay.
Isn't that a little good news? Okay. No problem.
Kidney stones are more genetic than anything else, man. Because I was asking about that, and they're like, you might never have another one. You know, drinking soda is said to give it to you because it has a lot of sugar content or eating a lot of sugar. Which I know it looks hypocritical right now, but like, because I have a Reese's Cups and fucking Coca-Cola. But like, I don't really eat a lot of sweets. I'll see you guys a little bit later. I'm Audi 5000. Looks like this stream's getting deleted.